Hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is Temitope Banks. So you guys, matters arising. OLOYEDE Juliana is accusing TIMI ADIGUN of holding on to her passwords to her social media handles. Now, you people, this my brethren in the Lord do not want, they don't want me to see rude. So we have to talk about it, okay? So first of all, if you do not know who OLOYEDE Juliana is, she's a popular actress that became very popular as a result of the Jennifer film, Jennifer Diary. That's how a lot of us know her. As for Pastor TIMI ADIGUN, popularly known as TIMI ADIGUN, I didn't know him until 2020 when there was a scandal that because himself and his wife, they have a teenage ministry, and it was alleged or some female members of his ministry came out to accuse him of molesting and abusing them. So that was the first time I heard about them. Obviously their teenage ministry was very, very huge. It was so scandalous that he had to step down, himself and his wife. They had to step down from the ministry, and I think they left that ministry that they created. And mine, Juliana, according to the stories and herself, used to be a protege to TIMI and his wife, Virtuous Oak. I think that's what she's called on Instagram. And she lived with them for a couple of years until that scandal thingy broke out and she left. She was actually one of the whistleblowers that brought out the accusations that Mr. TIMI was molesting young girls in his ministry. So at the time, he published an apology, and it's been over 2 years, and we've not heard anything until this evening. And I'm coming on social media seeing Juliana crying that TIMI is holding on to her passwords to her social media because her social media has been off. She has a YouTube video here, and I also watched Mr. TIMI's video response to her allegations, where he is saying that he is not in possession of her passwords. Now there are issues that I want to address, because I'm not going to address things that are not in the public domain. It is the things that are in the public domain that I will address. So the first issue here is the issue between a spiritual issue, the issue between a spiritual leader and his follower. Issue number one. The second issue is a business relationship between a manager and his clients. Issue number three is a bit personal, in the sense that I don't even know how to couch that issue, and I don't want to make accusations, so I'm going to be asking questions. So Pastor TIMI, Mr. TIMI, says that Juliana grew up in their house, or lived in their house for I think a period of 3 years, and he was her manager during after the Jennifer film, and that he was not paid for that relationship. So let's first of all talk about that relationship, a manager relationship and his client. In his video, he mentioned that although he was responsible for managing millions of transactions that she had done, he was not paid for any of those activities, so to speak, but that she was only giving him like first fruits and all those type of things. And he created her entire social media infrastructure for the brand that we know as Juliana OLOYEDE, who is a celebrity brand, so to speak. So obviously they were getting endorsements and all of that. So he's claiming that he was not paid for that, and that he's not that although he created those assets, those social media assets, that he's not in possession of her password, that he unpublished her Facebook page because he had created it from his Facebook account, something like that. So the first thing I want to say is that, and I've said it in my previous videos, if you have a business relationship, let business be business, let spiritual relationship be spiritual relationship. Let's clearly define things, because it is when you don't have clearly spelled out things, that's when people begin to feel cheated, people begin to feel cheated. Yeah, so why was there no agreement? Because people are asking Juliana, because I'm going to come back to that, because Juliana also came on her platform to cry and all of that is in possession of her social media handles. Now I have questions to ask. Okay, first of all, because people are asking, okay, why does he have your password? Okay, quite understandably, he has been her manager up until 2020, and that was when the scandal of TIMI ADIGUN broke out. Now, between 2020-2021, Juliana has been managing her pages. That's a question that I have. So how come in the past 1 month that you have not managed your page? You just came up with the assumption that this man has hacked your account, because Timi is alleging that Juliana had earlier accused him of hacking her account. Because if you had been managing your pages from 2020 or before 2020, when the scandal where you obviously left their ministry, how were you able to access your social media handles? It's just a question I would like to understand. Then the second thing I would like to understand, or it's not like anybody will answer my questions, but this is just me thinking. Father and daughter relationship, that's because if you watch the video, I'm going to put the link, you guys can go and watch it. He kept saying, I managed your page as your father, blah. You see, this is the problem I have with Christians. Clearly state out things. All this, people will say, oh, don't be transactional, but I believe in being transactional. Let's be transactional. Let's know that we are doing business, because now things have gone south. There is no clearly stated out contracts that you can say, oh, manager, these are your terms of engagement, this is what you are supposed to do. Because now somebody is playing the victim, somebody is being a villain, just because something that could have been avoided with a one-pager document. That's why they tell you people get a lawyer. You people will say that, no, I don't need lawyer. You see the issues. That's on one hand, that's on the business side. On the personal side, let me cough very well, because the thing I want to say, my own may not be what people want to hear, but this is my opinion, and every one of us has a right to stating our opinions. So Mr. Adigun in his video was saying that I failed you personally, and that Juliana went to meet his wife to say, oh, please forgive me, I'm a terrible person, because the wife forgives easily. And he leaves it to my very active imagination. Yes, very, very active imagination, because we all know that Pastor Timi has been accused of having amorous relationships with people in his flock. So it leaves me wondering that for the period when Mr. Adigun and his wife were housing Miss OLOYEDE Juliana, is it a possibility that an adulterous relationship was going on between Pastor Adigun and Juliana? Because the story, the tears, is not adding up. And please, I'm not emotional. I like to say things as I see it from my own perspective. If you have your own perspective, let's talk, let's reason it together. Because even Pastor Adigun in his statement that he unpublished her Facebook page, thinking that she will come back as a daughter to say, oh, I have sinned. This is not what he said, though. I'm just dramatizing. I have sinned. I've made a mistake, and they will now get back together and things will go back. I don't understand. Somebody that called out your ministry, is that how the thing was so sweet? I don't understand. And if you leave me at my big mouth, I feel like the God of Mrs. Adigun is the person that is fighting for her. Oh my Jesus. Because obviously things were going on in that house. There's nobody that will tell me that things were not going on, because some people in the comment section are like, yes, that they've been encouraging her to come and tell her own part of the story. Look, I don't support molestation and any of that, but I don't even want to go into that issue right now, because that's a very sensitive issue. So let me just put it in my back burner. But that's the question I have for Pastor and Sister OLOYEDE Juliana, that this father and daughter relationship, was there more to it? Is there something more to it that you people have not come out? See, Juliana, if something happens, say it. Don't just express yourself, because it's more than password. This drama that is just starting is more than password, because you can change. Juliana, you can change your password. You know that? Maybe you don't know. You can actually change your password, and you don't need to do all these theatrics. If Pastor Adigun molested you, come out plain. Just come out. Let's not dance around the matter too much, so that we know what we are fighting. Are we fighting about password, or is it a lover scorned issue? You understand? So that we can know what exactly we are fighting about. And Pastor Adigun, please, in case of tomorrow, because I know you still say you have daughters in the Lord, please, even if you are their father in the Lord, when it comes to business relationship, clearly state it out. Let there be contract, let there be an agreement, so that this type of things will not occur. Finally, my brethren, me in all of this is the man's wife. I just want to pray for that God will strengthen her, because this kind of embarrassment and all this type of things, it's not easy. I just pray that God will strengthen her, because the woman is just sitting down on her own, doing mommy Gio in the Lord, housing people in her house, not knowing that pastor and members are doing kerewa allegedly. You see, this mommy Gio matter, I remember our video, the secret tears of pastor's wife. You see that the matter is still long. It tear apart the go. Anyway, I just said let me come and give you guys matters arising. It's to one, and I'm doing this amebo. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I will give you guys updates tomorrow. I would show you guys the apology that was done last year. And yeah, thank you so much, guys. Let me know what you think about this matter. I'm going to put links to their video, so you can go and watch the video, then come and comment here. Thank you so much, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.